Kirk returns in Star Trek. Strange New Worlds Season 4, confirms actor. The future of Captain James T. Kirk in Star Trek has never felt more inevitable or more exciting. After gradually weaving the legendary Starfleet officer into its prequel storytelling, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds has officially confirmed what fans suspected all along. Kirk is returning in Season 4, and this time, his presence signals something much bigger than a guest appearance. Actor Paul Wesley, who portrays the younger version of Kirk, confirmed he will reprise the role, continuing the character's evolution toward the captain audiences first met in Star Trek, the original series. Cinema blend. And honestly, this return may be the most important turning point Strange New Worlds has faced yet. Kirk was never meant to be a one-episode cameo. When Wesley first appeared as Kirk, reactions were understandably cautious. Recasting a character immortalized by William Shatner is practically sacred territory in science fiction history. But Strange New Worlds made a clever decision. It didn't introduce Kirk as captain of the Enterprise. Instead, audiences met Lieutenant James T. Kirk, ambitious, brilliant, occasionally reckless, and still figuring out what kind of leader he wanted to become. By showing Kirk before command, the series avoided imitation and embraced reinvention. Season 4 continuing this journey confirms that the writers always planned Kirk as a long-game character, not nostalgia bait. This is Kirk earning his legend. Why Season 4 is the perfect time for Kirk's return. Chronologically, Strange New Worlds sits just years before Kirk assumes command from Captain Christopher Pike. That looming transition has quietly defined the show since its premiere. Captain Pike, played by Anson Mount, already knows his tragic future, a rare burden for a Starfleet captain. Every season pushes him closer to destiny, meaning Kirk's increasing involvement isn't coincidence. It's succession. Season 4 reportedly continues Pike's emotionally complex leadership journey while reuniting the Enterprise crew with familiar faces and escalating threats across the galaxy. Parade. Kirk's return fits naturally into that narrative momentum. The Enterprise isn't replacing Pike yet, but it's clearly preparing for life after him. Paul Wesley's Kirk is finally finding his identity. Wesley faced an impossible task: portray Kirk without copying Shatner while still honoring decades of canon. Early appearances leaned into charm and instinct. His Kirk was strategic but impulsive, confident yet still searching for authority. Over time, however, subtle changes emerged. Greater tactical confidence, stronger moral certainty, growing command presence, a willingness to challenge Starfleet norms. In short, Season 4 arrives exactly when this younger officer begins resembling the captain who would redefine Starfleet exploration. And fans are noticing. Online discussion has increasingly praised Wesley's performance for capturing Kirk's spirit rather than his mannerisms, proving that legacy characters can evolve without feeling like impersonations. The Enterprise is becoming Kirk's future crew. One fascinating aspect of Strange New Worlds is how carefully it assembles Kirk's eventual command team piece by piece. Spock already serves aboard the Enterprise. Scotty has entered the story. Uhura is developing into the communications genius fans recognize. Even Kirk's brother, Sam, remains part of the ship's scientific staff, with actor Dan Jean-luc confirming his continued involvement moving forward. Screen Rant. Each returning original series character subtly shifts the show closer to its endpoint. Season 4 doesn't just bring Kirk back. It places him deeper inside the ecosystem that will eventually define his command era. The transition is happening in slow motion. Strange New Worlds is telling Star Trek's smartest origin story,